This is gonna get messy. And you know, we actually want to be mildly safe around here. It did not take long for Barb to find the mineral bucket. Hey, good morning. Welcome back to Ohrmundt Simmentals. So it's Saturday morning. Yesterday we finished up corn, and this morning we're in cleanup mode. I want to give the baler, well, 44 is going to get a little bit of a wash too, but this guy needs a really good clean job after stalks, after baling. Typically we'll just blow it off from time to time, but it needs a good bath so that we can put it up in the barn and store it away for the winter. That is our project for today. Since the temp is like 35, 38, it's warm enough for that. I am going to get soaked and cold, but oh well. This is probably the worst spot on the whole entire baler, is where the balls of twine go, because it just collects stuff, and I usually will leave that for last on purpose. Everything else is pretty clean, but I also have to, once I blow this off, some of it will fall down through the cracks down there. I still have to raise up the gate and then spray stuff this way. So this is one of the last things I do before I raise the gate and finish it off. But the other thing I'm going to do too is I'm going to take these balls of twine out, and honestly there's hardly anything left, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out slack and tie this off so that we can cut this later. Actually, I might tie it down to here so we can cut this off later, and we have enough that we can just tie a new ball in next summer if we use this baler, because we wouldn't mind getting a different baler, but this old girl will work next year too. But But if we do that, then we don't have to string the wire all the way down through this whole mess. It's not horrible, but it's a pain in the butt, and nobody wants to do it if they can avoid it.
My glasses are so covered in water I can't hardly see nothing. Alright. Then next summer, we'll just cut these off here. We'll have plenty to connect into the next ball of twine.
This is gonna get messy. Alright, so since I'm going to be underneath the tailgate, and you know, we actually want to be mildly safe around here, we've got the lockout here, and what all this does is just the hydraulic system locks it out so the pressure can't move and the tailgate can't fall. As we've sprayed, stuff's falling down here in the head, so I just have to spray down here, get that out, clean out some of these edges, and then it also opens up spots that you necessarily can't get at. A little bit of a bath. Not super good because we still might haul some manure with it this week. Alright, so what we're going to do right now, everything is fed. We are going to let Barb and the white face fleck, Whitey Gergs we call her, we're going to let those two out. I reposted Whitey Gergs for sale again the other day, 3 different sites, didn't really get any takers, a couple of questions, that was about it. So we're just saying screw it, we're going to keep her. That was kind of the plan all along. If nobody takes her, we'll keep her. We had one person interested, but that fell through the other day. We did test, like I said before, we did test her for A1, A2 milk. She did test positive for A2 milk, which is supposed to be a good thing. But, oh well, we're going to keep her. And hopefully, she did pick up a month on her breeding for this next calf from last year. So hopefully, when she gets bred again, she picks up another month. Now, one thing to note about Barb is we're not sure how much single line electric she's been exposed to. Granted, where she's going to be at, there's multiple lines. But one nice thing is she's been with Gergs for the last couple weeks and learning the ropes. There they go. And even though it's getting a little dark out, it did not take long for Barb to find the mineral bucket. That's a nice place for her to, you know, kind of get used to the area. And Whitey Gergs is actually the most rambunctious. Picking a couple fights already. I mean, she's not mean, but, you know, you put a cow that's been away from everybody else, you put her back in the pen, and everybody's got to figure out who's who in the zoo again. But these guys, this weather needs to make up its mind. They were out in the field this morning because this is getting a little bit sloppy because it's getting so warm, but it's supposed to cool off and this will firm back up and bedding it will be worth it. But they still have that field to go in, plenty of space to lay in some nice clean grass. It's Sunday afternoon. You can kind of see around me it's a little bit whiter than it was yesterday, so it was a good thing we got the baler and the tractor power wash, but we got some finished cleanup work to do. We want to get the baler, but this guy's ready to go. We want to put it up in the barn. When I did my cleanup project, honestly before I started YouTube, we want to put it on the side there. I really cleaned that up well, but we got to put some planks down, and I'll show you that later, just to let this ride on. The floor's a little bit thinner on the two side sections versus the middle ones. Not excited about this job. I wish we would have got to this yesterday. Oh well, we'll see what we can do. Well, it's not too bad. So in the new area, we just sorted out and put the bulls in here. Eventually, these guys are gonna go back here, probably in about a month when we take 2 more steers and ship them off, and then we're only left with 2 steers. They might come into here or they'll go in the barn, so not sure yet. That's a month away, but these guys will fit really good in here, and they've got pretty fresh bedding from yesterday. And we got feeding done. Bulls are all separated in their area. It literally took them a half an hour to figure out that they were even penned up, but they're gonna settle in real quick. As you can see, they could care less, but really what it does for us is it's not a huge deal to take grain in the barn, but the biggest thing is hay, because I don't have to fork hay now to get them hay separate. We could have done something a little bit different, but honestly this is still easier, and then it gives us freedom for that long pen, not having a herd bull over winter, plus the back loafing shed. But these guys are all set. They got their protein tub, they got a salt block in there, they got the baby blue water, and they're ready to roll. But everybody's mowing down. No issues with ground feed anymore, not with these guys. All right, call the end of the video, end of the day. It's not super late, but we got some other family things we want to get done today too. So yeah, hope you liked the video. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and thanks for coming along.